and you got to move from your distress. And that brings me to the second direction I want to give you. Number one is realize. Number two, remember. Hear this. This is the foundation of this whole message right here. There is a call by God for his people to remember. To remember. Remember what? Asaph gives us some things for us to remember. Are you in distress today? Are you having some doubts today? Here we go. Here's what you need to remember. Number one, remember what God did for me. This is the time for you to remember what God has done for you. See, the problem is a lot of us, we get amnesia when it comes to the things of God. Our faith in God often becomes, what have you done for me lately? How many times are we told in the scriptures to give thanks and praise to the God and not forget his benefits or not forget what he's done for us in the past? That's what worship is really all about. We are giving God praise for who he is and for what he has done in our lives. And this is a huge, important part of you getting out of distress and doubt, is to remember what God has already done for you in the past. Well, he hasn't done anything for me. That's a lie. That's a lie. Don't settle for that. Don't settle for the lies. If you woke up this morning, that is a miracle. Some of you are pointing, yeah, especially this guy here. Oh, he'd still be in bed. Look at verses 10 through 12. Then I thought, to this I will appeal. The years when the Most High stretched out his right hand. Asaph is saying, I will remember the deeds of the Lord. I will remember your miracles of long ago. I will consider all your works and meditate on all of your mighty deeds. You see, when you're in distress and when you are in doubt, it's time to hearken back. It's time to rewind the tape. Those of you who are millennials, tape is what we used to put on our TV shows on and we watch them later. So rewind the DVD player or the DVR, whatever it is. But go back. Go back. I look around here and I see how God healed some of you. Some of you, I prayed at your bedside in the hospital. I was there with you when you were going into surgery. Some of you, we hugged you when you were going through some awful stuff. And God brought you through. We prayed for you when you were facing that physical battle and you're healed today. God used doctors and God used his power to bring you through. Some of you, you were so bound by something that controlled you and God delivered you and he released you and he set you free. If you are saved today, you have something to thank God for. He has saved you from a life of sin. He has kept you from making some terrible decisions. It is at this time of my distress and this time of my doubt that I got to look back and say, God, you've done this for me. Don't think that he has done nothing for you. He has been faithful to you, and don't forget it. Remember what he did for you. Secondly, remember what God did for other people. Not only remember what God did for other people, or for you, but for other people. Look at verse 13. Verse 13 says, your ways, God, are holy. What God is as great as, look at the pronoun there, our God. Don't miss this. I know it's just a 3-letter word, but I think it's big. Because Asaph's focus goes from himself to other people. Don't miss this. It's very easy to isolate yourself in the field of distress and doubt. That's what the enemy wants you to do. He wants to isolate you, to make you feel alone, to think that there's nobody else around you. And Asaph says, you're not just my God, you're our God. So when I'm going through some stuff, I can look out here. And I can see people who had heart attacks and they're still alive. I can see people who were bound and they're set free. I could see families that were in danger falling apart and God brought them together. I could see people that were troubled and God has given them an incredible amount of peace. It's not like everything is perfect. It's not like these people are perfect, but I know what God's done in the past for my friends and for my loved ones. And as we sang earlier, I've seen you move, God. You move the mountains, and I believe you will do it again. Remember what God's done for me. Remember what God's done for other people. And